right, welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Christmas is only 1 week away, and Christian faithfuls around the world are doing all they can to mark the Nativity in love, lots of fellow feeling and celebration. In Lagos later today, the Buga Christmas concert will be held, in the course of which the book, Musings of a Precant, written by Professor Konyi Ajayi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, will be launched. To talk about this for a bit, we are now being joined by Yemi Osindero, a former Chief Operations Officer of Virgin Nigeria. Great to have you here on the show with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
So, Buga Christmas, very catchy, isn't it? Tell us about that, please.
So, Buga Christmas concert. Our theme for this year's harvest was Buga, Chest Up for Christ. You all know the famous Buga tune from Kiss Daniel and so on.
The first thing I thought about.
Exactly. So we adopted that. You can do that for Christ as well. Chest up for Christ, celebrate, and and just have a wonderful time with friends, family, and loved ones. So we are holding the concert today, and it's 5 p.m. at the Terra Culture. So right after the World Cup final, where hopefully we'll see Le Blues go through. We will then...
You're going for the Le Blues?
I'm going for the Blues. We can then see our concert, which we'll hold at Terra Culture. We'll have wonderful, hymn singings, carols, and hymns is a really important part of the Methodist tradition. So it's always a wonderful time. The concert holds annually, and it will be soul-lifting time and a wonderful time. So it's come one, come all. We'll be having a book launch, as you talked about, which will be launched by His Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi SAN. And that book, Musings of a Precant, will be, it's just a wonderful book about prayer and the impact it has on your life. And the fact that you can pray in any situation and it can get you through any period. Proceeds from the book launch will go towards our new cathedral, which we are building in Atlantic City. And that promises to be a wonderful place for, worshiping God and, promoting Christianity. So it will be very exciting.
That's cool. I know that things are about to pick up at the Terra Culture. Bolanle Austin Peters herself is coming up with Motherland the Musical. So when I saw your thing, I thought, it was part of the Terra Culture thing, but it's nice that it's coming from a church and you're, taking it there. But my question to you is that your church is a Methodist.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
So in doing what you're doing and in ultimately moving your chapel to Atlantic City, are you trying to Pentecostalize Methodist or, by saying that, I'm not talking denomination, right. I'm talking creative approach to how you evangelize. That's my interest in it.
No, Methodist church traditionally, which, Emmanuel Chapel is a Methodist church, traditionally was in a way, a different form of evangelism. As you talk about, and we're continuing that as well. And first of all, Terra Culture, Bolanle Austin Peters is a member of Emmanuel Chapel as well. So she's a member of our church. That is a connection. Okay. And thank you so much to her. She's been wonderful with all of the arrangements on this as well. What we're doing really is just getting a new cathedral. There is no Methodist cathedral in Lagos, outside of Tinubu, in Lagos Island, which was my childhood church, and my family church. There's none in Ikoyi, in VI, and so on, and Lekki, and so on. So this was this is us basically trying to put on the map, a befitting place for our worship. We're on a temporary site now in Ikoyi, but this is a permanent site for the church, which, is led by our chaplain, the very Reverend Konyi Ajayi, who is also the author of the book today, The Musings of a Precant.
Precant. That brings me to my other question. I would like for you to talk to us about this book. Our producer sent us a link here, and you can click on that link and purchase the book for 25,000 naira. Tell us the driving force for this book. What is the book about, and why should we pick it up?
Yeah. So the book is written by very Reverend Koyin Ajayi, and it's his musings and his thoughts on prayer, on the power of prayer, on the impact prayer has in one's life and how it can get you through any circumstance that you are in, and the fact you should pray in good times and in bad times. He has written a few books, and this will be the third one that I'm aware of on this topic. He's written other books as well. He's a man of letters, an SAN.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, and he's now driven by passion and purpose, and that's what the book is. And look, I highly recommend it to everyone. I will be picking up a few copies myself today, and very excitedly looking forward to it.
And this Christmas Carol, how do we attend?
Is it a carol?
Is it like
It's a concert. It's a full concert with some traditional carols, with some special pieces. We're having some, music is such an important part of our worship in the church. We always have really powerful pieces. The choir is amazing in the church, and you are welcome to attend. You can.
Is it free for all, or do you come in and pay for the concert?
It's correct. It's free, and then we'll have the book presentation by the vice president, and then one will be able to buy the book
right.
at the event. But you can also buy it beforehand on the link.
Yes.
Which you already have there.
That sounds quite exciting. You mentioned it's an annual event, so you've done it every year. Is the book launch going to be a different aspect of what happened last year? What differentiates each annual event?
Correct. So yes, the book launch is different this year, and some of the performers will be different. So every year we get different performers to come in, different choristers from other churches around the world. As well come in, so it takes a different flavor every year. But yeah, this year will be very exciting. It's a great package.
Okay, so it's a Christian thing. It's not like you will encounter some Buga remix there.
I have seen a Buga gospel version online. I think it was a comedian, but yes, there just might be.
Oh, really?
No, I think if you leave it at Buga gospel, that will pass.
That alone.
But if you move it beyond that, if you move it to Kof, the Odoewu, I think that will be stretching.
Maybe next year.
There's an idea for the next stretches, because even the dance move is very.
It's actually the dance.
It's the dance is actually the whole uplifting, process of the whole concert.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
thank you again for joining us
Thank you
this
very
morning,
much.
and we'll try to make it if the Blues win, right? Is that what you
Exactly.
There are some messy guys here.
Even in my house.
That really sounds exciting.
Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Congratulations.